What's happening, fam? L.A.R. movement still moving. Subscriber die trying. You see the thumbnail. I'm a foodie. So cooking versus takeout. So this was inspired because over the weekend, every other weekend, I decided to go out to eat. So same thing. Later, go out to dinner, blah blah blah. But I like cooking actually more. And as a man, I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes you go out to eat and you look at the bill, you're like, bitch. So this is why if you're cooking versus takeout, cooking is cheaper, right? Takeout, you might meet people and have a better experience. But when you start doing takeout on a regular basis, it gets hella expensive. Cooking is, how can I say this? It's healthier. Takeout, not really. You have to go places in particular to eat healthy, but normally when you go out, you're not going out to eat healthy. Part of this, like, when you're cooking, it's one of those things where you got all the ingredients, you went to the grocery store, you got them, you know how much it costs. Takeout, you really don't necessarily know. As a guy in particular, you don't know. Because if it's you, okay, I'm going to get some wings, get some drinks, talk a little trash, it might be $30. You get a lady, you know what I'm saying? Whew, baby, I want appetizement, I want a dessert. You know what I'm saying? And I want an entree. Ooh, that look nice. What they got? I feel like Skip Marley. She order, I want this, that. Slow down. Don't let her order with you. Darling, I don't care. Anyway, but it's fun. But, you get the people watching all this other stuff, right? But takeout, for some odd reason, how can I say this? There is no fun in takeout, if you get what I'm saying. It's an ambiance thing where you might have to, if you really want something you like, you're going to have to go to this place to get this particular thing, to that place to get this particular thing, to this place to get this particular thing. And the one thing and you might not want to experiment on the menu because you're paying like that. But with cooking, you might want to experience because you still have the ingredients. So if I made something and I don't like it, it don't cost me as much as if I bought something and I don't like it. The other thing, because I'm going to include like meal prep, like sometimes cooking is an issue because some dishes take so long to prep. And it's like, but if I just go to this restaurant, I get the whole meal in like 15 minutes, right? Now, sometimes I do food trucks sometimes. So sometimes food trucks might take longer depending on what you're buying. So that's a whole other different experience because it might be 30 minutes depending on where you go. Everything's not fast. And that's the same thing at restaurants too, though. But that time space is an issue unless you're one of those people who prep everything. Like if I make a dish and I'll prep it or whatever, I'll have enough to make another dish in the next few days. And that's the other thing with cooking. If you cook and if you're good, anybody can tell you this, if you cook and you know how to make food and season food properly, it tastes better the next day. You might go 2-3 days with it and it tastes better and better and better, and you'll be done by then. Takeout, that's not necessarily true. Like, back in the day when you had young guts and you can eat that cold pizza out the refrigerator, or you can eat the Chinese food 2 days later, your stomach, your intestines was made of iron. You know what I'm saying? Your intestines had stark, industries all inside of them. When you get older, you be like, Elizabeth, I'm coming to join you, honey. Like you just all on the toilet all day long. You know, just legs shaking and down, sweating, and Jesus Christ, Jesus save me, Lord, I ain't never gonna do this again. That's a different thing. So cooking versus takeout, right? Now, the other thing, when you're cooking, you at home. Takeout, because sometimes you drive somewhere to have a bad experience, it's worse. Even if the food's good. If you drive somewhere, like you your server when you're at home. But if you're going out and somebody's your server, you like, oh, God. I didn't come here for this. I want to Thanos snap this motherfucking waiter. And then it's like, that can ruin it. But if they're great, then it makes you want to come back and come back. For me, I got to talk about different stuff. So this is also why this comes up because, I'm not going to talk about the same thing all the time. But real talk, this is a part of my life. You get what I'm saying? Oh, yeah. The other thing. And they play on each other. You might go to get some takeout or go to a restaurant, right? And they might make something that you like, and you figure out that you can make it better, so you don't go there anymore after you get the dish. Like, I don't really eat salad, right? But they have this joint dish society. They make this watermelon cucumber salad. There's watermelon cucumbers and it's not kale. It's not asparagus. It's not spinach. It might be spinach. I forget. It's like baby kale. It's baby kale. So it's so good. I'm like, for me to eat salad, I'll make that. And for me, I add pineapples. So I cut up, get a watermelon, some pineapples, some cucumbers, slice that joint up. I don't even need the little salt, little pepper. I'm in that thing. But that's my interpretation of cooking versus takeout. Tell me what you think. Like, share, subscribe, or die trying. Deuces.